wrong way.
Yeah?
There we go. No,
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hello, friends. Hey, it's Sean, host of the Latter-day Lives podcast. I'm here in a theater. We were doing some of the previews for the upcoming church campaigns, and we have someone with something really special here. Tell us your name.
Hi, I'm John Hyacek.
John Hyacek has something so incredible. I'm giddy and a little bit nervous even to touch it. So, John, tell us what you brought. Tell us what you have here.
Well, I'm visiting from Independence, Missouri, and I'm a historian and an archivist and curator. And I collect early church books, especially from the Joseph Smith period. And more than that, I collect any contextual books printed during the Joseph Smith period from other faiths and from their environment. And I also collect photographs and documents and things. But I brought 3 of my very favorites out to Utah with me this afternoon, just for the events that he and I are participating in together. And what I brought is I brought a first edition Book of Mormon, and I brought a second edition Book of Mormon, and I brought a Nauvoo edition Book of Mormon. So I've got the Palmyra, the Kirtland, and the Nauvoo editions of the Book of Mormon. But I didn't just bring an ordinary copy. I brought a spectacular copy of the first edition in perfect condition that belonged to the printers, Grandin and Tucker.
Wow.
And also the owner of the Hill Cumorah, Pliny Sexton, was the subsequent owner. So the book stayed in Palmyra for over 100 years, and that's why it's in such good condition. Then I brought with me as a companion to it, the Kirtland edition is also from the actual printer of the book. So Oliver Cowdery was the printer of the book. Remember, he was the scribe to the original manuscript, much of it, and all of the printer's manuscript. And he then sat down with Joseph Smith and the copy of the first edition and the original manuscripts, and they made 3,000 corrections typographically to the original text. In the printer's manuscript, they made the corrections, and then he sat down to set the type. But when he set the type, he made another 1,000 corrections on the fly as he's setting the individual bits of lead type.
Awesome.
So Cowdery then is not only the printer of this book, but he's the binder. He owns the bindery in Kirtland, so he prints and binds.
What does it say right there on the cover?
It says O.P. Cowdery.
O.P. Cowdery. It says it right there on the cover. Incredible, John. Oh, so fantastic.
And so he's the scribe, he's the printer, he's the binder, and he's the owner of the book. And then
live video.
Nice.
And then I also brought with me the Nauvoo version. This is one of the 2 editions printed in Nauvoo. One was printed by Joseph's brother, Don Carlos Smith, and then this edition was printed by Joseph Smith himself. So this says 2 really important things to note on the title page. One is that it says carefully revised by the translator. So after they made 3,000 or 4,000 corrections in the second edition, they were only able to make 40 more revisions in the Nauvoo version. And then Joseph then reprinted this Nauvoo version himself. So he was actually the printer, he owned the print shop. They only printed 600 copies of this. You can imagine how phenomenally rare this Joseph Smith printing. It's the only edition of the Book of Mormon that says on the bottom of it, printed by Joseph Smith.
Incredible.
The first one's done by Grandin, and the second by Oliver Cowdery. The third American is by Don Carlos, and then this 4th American by Joseph.
This is absolutely phenomenal and thrilling, and thank you so much for coming in and sharing.
Sure.
So the big question is, do I get to hold it?
Yes.
Wow. I mean, wow. We are holding history right here. By the way, John Dye just came in. You all know John Dye. We interviewed him.
Or we are live on your channel.
Yeah, we're live on Latter-day Lives.
Awesome. Hey, Latter-day Lives.
I mean, the history of these books.
Don't open them very far.
I won't.
You're good. I trust you.
Absolutely phenomenal. I mean, look at that. How beautiful are these books? I cannot believe you brought these and that we get to hold them and see them, and what a rich part of our history. And
so you heard me explaining it's not just a touch piece, a touchstone for people to connect to their roots, but it also is an important part of preserving the text, knowing where our text today came from.
Knowing where the changes
super important
were.
to know why there's multiple variations in a first edition, how it was corrected in Kirtland, how it was revised in Nauvoo, and then ultimately how Joseph reprinted the Nauvoo version and sort of put he seals his testimony with this book, really.
This
it's
is
the last
phenomenal.
edition. He prints it himself and he dies.
Well, I cannot thank you enough for letting our viewers see this and for letting me hold it. I literally have goosebumps right now. I mean, I love this kind of church history stuff, and this is phenomenal. So much more coming up about what we talked about tonight and about an incredible movie we just saw. We've got so much coming up as we head into this holiday season. And thank you so much for coming on with us. And John, thanks for setting it all up, brother.
Yeah, this is great.
So appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'll give that back to you very gingerly. I'm out. I'm good. Thanks so much, guys.